Hello, everybody. Today we've got a double Jane act, which we always love. We've had a few of them. We've got Jane Andrews and her husband, Damian Andrews, whom many of you would already know because they have the most extraordinary Facebook site page, and they're really working hard to get information of what it's like to live well with MND and dealing with your family as well at the same time. Hello, you two.
Hello, Jane. Thanks so much for having us.
From
And
sunny,
hello to everyone.
sunny Hervey Bay. Look at you in your t-shirts.
I know,
Mm.
I know. Though it's 15 degrees here today, so it's cold.
It's 15 degrees here today and it's warm.
We're freezing.
Now, Jane's a very good talker, which is just as well for Damien because
Yeah.
he's losing his speech a bit. So Jane will talk for him and then interpret for him.
Yes,
And that's
definitely.
the deal. So I usually like to ask the very first question, and for both of you, is who are you? Not what do you do? So
Who
who's
are we?
Damien and who's Jane?
Okay, who are you, Damien?
No,
You don't know.
no, typical what
Normal, typical bloke.
of freedom anything that goes past them.
Oh, into anything that you can build and goes fast.
I think you're pretty into Lego.
Mm.
Oh,
I would
yes.
say that you're a Lego master, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, Australia's Lego legend, we call you, don't
Oh,
we? That's what our Facebook followers have called him.
I've even got the tattoo.
Oh, he's even got a tattoo.
Oh, you did too.
We did. We got it. He got his tattoo. And Brickman, we met Brickman and thought that was awesome.
That is awesome, her meeting Brickman. Mm.
Mm.
He was impressed.
Jane, who are you?
Who am I? I'm going to say your typical mum.
No,
No, I'm not my typical mum.
not anymore.
Oh, baby. Thank you. Um, well, I'm a mum of three boys. I homeschooled my boys. And because they had health problems. So it was easier. My youngest is 9 years of age and he's fully autistic. So you know, that was basically my goal in life was to be the house mum at just the mum. I wanted to give my husband and my kids um the best I could.
The other two boys?
The other two boys, my 18-year-old, he is just amazing, growing up to be an amazing man. He was in carpentry with his dad. He joined his dad in carpentry for when he turned 16. And then 6 months in, that's when Damien got diagnosed. So he kept going for another year.
Mm.
It's just been this Christmas time, it started getting difficult. Watching dad struggle and deteriorate. And he said that being at work in the same workplace as Damien and feeling his absence there was very difficult. So he made a decision to take a break from that. And got a job in a kebab shop with a bunch of friends, and they are so fantastic. They support him. They give him time off when he needs, when we need it. But he's a massive support. He's just takes care of us. He takes care of us. He's also our backbone, isn't he, honey? We're a team. And then I've got my Lachlan. He's 15. He is ASD as well. He is tech genius, heading into TAFE to do IT and technology.
Oh, at
And
15.
at 15, yes, TAFE broke the rules and accepted Lachlan. And if he continues in 6 months, he will be a qualified IT technician at the age of 15 and a half.
Jesus.
Yes, so he is, and another one, biggest heart. Yeah, absolutely.
I think you need to redefine yourself, Jane, as an advocate because you are an advocate. You have been for a long time with your children.
Absolutely.
now with your MND work. So whilst being a mum is the most precious and hardest job in the world, I
Mhm.
want you to redefine how you see yourself because you are an advocate.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you.
Mm. Think about that. And Damien, just keep reminding her of that, will you?
He will.
So I know that you're surrounded by an extraordinary network of family and friends. So who are your people? Who are they?
Who are my people? Damien's grandmother, um, beautiful, beautiful lady,
You
very
grew
close.
up, did your grandparents bring you up?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was
Yeah,
my assumption. Yeah.
yeah. His grandparents were his everything, and he's got tattoos of them sitting
Yeah, I saw
on
that.
his back now.
I still get the Facebook page. Yeah.
Yeah. And my family, my side of the family, all of Damien's cousins and things like that, aunties, they're amazing. Um, our friends, our friends are family. Our friends are amazing. We just set out a call and say help, and they all come running. Um, but also Hervey Bay's community, the community, like our page is so much more
Mm.
um than just a page. I don't even like calling it a page because we've got so many people on there that suffer from MND. We've got people that have other health conditions as well. And everyone just helps everyone. You know what I mean? It is just a beautiful place to get on every single day. And you hear the sad stories and it's heartbreaking. But then you see the support and the love,
Yeah,
um, from stranger to stranger. You don't even like calling them strangers. They're not strangers. I call them like our MND army.
they are.
We build it. We
What's
build
the
it.
name of your page? Tell everybody.
So it's Damien's journey and fight with MND.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you're listening or watching this and you haven't joined it, do join it because
And that's Facebook.
it's Facebook and it's some days are very raw. When
Mhm.
Jane had some bad news the other day and sitting in her car crying made me cry. But there's also really joyful moments and the community supporting each other is beautiful. And sometimes you get to see Damien with his shirt off showing you his tattoos. So, uh,
That's exactly it. Exactly it. It. We don't hide anything.
yeah, I know. Keep your pants on, mate, will you?
But yeah, no, it's fantastic. And he's in the word we hear a lot on our page is inspiring. Damien's inspiring. He is, and what people don't know of Damien is that before this page, he's got ASD himself and he's shy. He's shy. And here he is taking his shirt off. But no, he gets up and he fights every single day. And what do you say? Every day has to count. Every day has to matter.
What in my life, I just see it as what anyone would do.
What anyone would do?
Well, what is on the two options?
Two options.
Either make everything count,
Make every day count.
sit on the couch and worry about that one help either.
So or the other one is sit on the couch and worry, and that won't fix it.
Not
So
gonna
you might as well
yeah.
live what you can.
Live while you can.
So you may as well get on that three-wheeler
Absolutely. And then there's bug.
in the bargain, smash life while you can. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Jane, tell us about the diagnosis and what led up to the diagnosis.
It would have been. So Damien was diagnosed on the 18th of January at age 42 in 2024.
Okay.
So it would have been the person who actually picked it up was my sister. So I hadn't seen her for a bit, and it was Charlie's birthday. And Damien's not a drinker. So he's one of those ones that have a social drink, every now and then. And we had a birthday party for Charlie. And at the end of it, my sister said, "What's wrong with Damien? His words are slurring. He's not drunk because that's not Damien." And I said, that I thought he was just exhausted. Damien was a guy that worked 6 days a week, daylight till dusk. And I just thought he was exhausted. And I was like, how do I approach this to Damien? Because, and then other people were saying it to me. And it wasn't until we were in the car and Damien was having a conversation with me and he said to me, "Babe, can you hear that?" And I said, "What?" And he said, "Can you hear my voice slurring?" And I said, "I can." And he said, "I'm worried." Now, when Damien says I'm worried, I know to get worried because,
Damien, how long had you been worried about it for?
yes, how long have you been worried about it for, Damien John?
Uh, come on, Mum.
A couple of months without saying anything to me.
You're a man, mate. That's not too long.
And he said, what did he say? "I didn't want to burden you because you already had so much going on with that kid's health." But that doesn't matter, does it? Because it doesn't matter what life throws at me, we have to deal. And the earlier we deal, the better. So, yes. So then I was like, right, okay, let's jump on this. So I got straight away, got in contact with Damien's doctor. Now, because Damien suffers from migraines, I said to him he was supposed to have, because I'm thinking, how most doctors, to walk in and say, "Can I have an MRI?" They'd probably say no. So I was like, okay, now Damien used to have sinus problems and he was supposed to have regular MRIs. So I thought, I know, I'm going to go in, do a little porky, sorry, and say, Damien hasn't had an MRI for ages and I would like to have one. And so he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah." I said his specialist, wanted him to have one. Sent him for an MRI, and the MRI actually come up with a shadow, scarring. And he said, "Oh, there's scarring." And I said, "What's that from?" And he said, "Oh, from his migraines." And I said, "Okay, great. If there's something on a scan, I want to see a neurologist." And he's like, "Yeah, but we're telling you it's probably scarring." I said, "I don't do probablys. Nah, don't do probablys." I said, "If something comes up on a scan, I want to see a professional in that area." We had to wait 3 months. We had a guy come up from Sydney who comes up to Hervey Bay, Dr. Foyce, and we saw him. And that's when I also told the doctor the real reason why I was coming, actually, that he was having slurred speech. So he, said, "Okay, let's get a neurologist." So when we went in there, the neurologist said, right, he actually thought it was going to be, we were told, a form of Parkinson's. He said, "We think you could have a form of Parkinson's." We did not think MND. So they sent us off to have the nerve testing done.
I didn't even know what MND
You didn't know what
was.
MND was, no.
Normal, Damien. Yeah.
Yep. And this is the thing. So many people don't. This is why, another reason to get it out there. And then so we got called back in the January. I was watching Damien's voice get worse because remember we picked this up in August. So we got the call back to go in and see him urgently. So we weren't booked in to see him again until the April. And he said, "I want to see you ASAP." So we got in on the 18th. It was 5:30 at night. I'll never forget it. We walked in and I could tell by his face. He even had tears in his eyes. And he said, "I'm so sorry." He said, "I'm going to give you the worst diagnosis that I could give a person. And that is you have MND." Now, Damien was kind of sitting here. He didn't really see me. I had one of our best friends. She was adamant she was coming to support us because that's what they do. They just say, "We're coming." And she was holding my hand. Me and Kirsten knew straight away what MND was. Damien didn't. So he turned around and said to the neurologist, "Okay, I've got MND.
What do we do?
What do we do? What do I take?" That was the next word. What can I take? And the doctor just looked at him, welled up with tears. And then the room went silent and Damien said, "Oh," he said, this isn't good, is it? And he said, do you know what MND is? And he said, no. And then that's when he explained it to him. And that's when he turned around and said, there's nothing. Nothing. What do you do? What do you take from that? You've been told that you've got the cruelest disease in the world. You turn around and you say to your specialist, the top in the rank, what can I do? What can I take? And he said, I can put you on risosol, but risosol can damage your liver. But it can only works for about 30% of people, and you'll get maybe maximum of 3 months extra. Okay.
I had to pass a lung test.
And he had to pass a lung function test, yes.
It went to me on it.
Yeah. And that was a struggle as well. So, and then he was told, okay, he said, what do we do now? He said, well, you have to quit your job. And Damian said, right, so remember this was 5:30. We've just finished Christmas time. We had no money, absolutely no money. We used it to get through, time off. And then he had to get up the next day, go into work and say, I'm sorry, but I'm dying of MND. And the neurologist said, any part of your body now that the muscles that you use, they're gone. You can't strengthen your muscles with MND. They're gone. Once they're gone, they're gone. So he said to Damian, do you want to go to work every single day and shorten your life? Or do you want to go and savor the muscles that you've got left? And so he did. He did. He walked in. Now, Damian was a carpenter for 25 years in the Bay, very, very well-known carpenter. He loved it, that he loved his job. And like I said, he had his son there as his apprentice. He worked with a fantastic company that he loved every single day. He loved to get up and go to work, and he had to stop. And this is what I mean, you get hit with this god-awful disease. You get told there's absolutely nothing else, that we can do about it. And now go into your job and quit the other thing you love. And then what? Sit on the couch and what? Wait to die? Because that's pretty much, I know that sounds horrible, but that's what it is. That's what it is. And this is where, I know we're only a little a little family, but this is why we're building our MND army.
Hang on, it's not that you're only a little family. You're part of a much bigger community, and you're important. You are an important part of it. So, yeah.
So this is why we, and like I said, we had no money. We had no money. I then had to come home after hearing this. Damian took my youngest out, Charlie, who's got autism. He still doesn't know that his daddy's dying, because we're struggling to find a psychologist that can deal with ASD and grief. Damian went and took him out for a drive, and I had to sit my 2 boys down and tell them, Daddy's dying. It was the hardest conversation I've ever had to have. And it was horrible. Lachlan shut himself away. Ethan broke down. And then the next day, one of the strongest, I'm going to get emotional. The next day, my 18-year-old son, comes into the room, and like I said, he was a mess. He comes into the room the next day and he opens up my door and he said to me, Mum, I want you to know I've got you. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, I've got you and I've got this. And I said, darling, I'm the mum. I'm the mum. No matter what mums go through in life, I'm here to protect you. And he was 17 and he turned around and he goes, yes, but you can't raise 2 boys on your own. He said, and, he knew that Damian is Charlie's person. And he said, I will help raise the boys with you. I will be here. I will be your person. And from that moment on, didn't he? that was it. He just he just stepped up, and he just keeps stepping up. Like the other day in my video when I was told I've got to have a hysterectomy, and it was just after we got the phone call to say that Damien's lung capacity is now down to 46%. So, I was crying. And I said, what am I going to do? I said, what am I going to do? I said, I'm supposed to have a hysterectomy. Who's going to take care of me? Who's going to take care of Dad? And he said, I am. I am. And I said, but you don't understand, son. I said, the first few weeks, I need to be showered. I need to be fed. And he said, well, that's what I do. And that's what I'm going to do for my dad. He said, no kid wants to do this for their parents. He said, but you do because that's what you do, you
Yeah.
know? And I was like, 18, 18 years of age,
Yeah, I would suggest that you two have done something right there.
Oh, yeah. Our kids are beautiful. They are. That is one thing that I can say a big tick, because we are so proud. We are so proud of our boys. Yeah, 100%.
I know the answer to this question because I stalk you, but how are you making the most of your days? And dear God, you've been busy this year.
Oh, yes.
I don't like the term making memories. I don't, but that's what you're kind of doing. You're making memories for you and the kids and your family as a whole. So just choose a few of the things that you've done this year.
Well, we try and travel.
Mhm.
We travel for us, but we also travel because our MND stickers are all over our car and our caravan. And we try and take awareness wherever we go. Bug. Damien's joy is bug. He feels free on his bike. You do, don't you?
The three-wheeler, what is it exactly?
So, do you want to talk about bug? You want me to, or you can? Okay. It's a Can-Am Ryker. It is. It's 3 wheels, 2 wheels at the front, one at the back. And the queen seat is at the back. Damien's actually modified it so that I have a queen seat, even though I can ride it, but I like to go passenger. And it is decked out in our MND colors. It has our barcode at the front so that people can scan it. And that way we raise awareness wherever we go. So we put it in bike shows. We do every fundraiser that there possibly is in the way of bikes. And yep, everyone knows us around town when they see the bright, colourful orange and blue bike. And yeah, we go out every Friday night for a ride with a group of people, and and Lego. Lego's Damien's way of keeping on building. Mind you,
Yeah, it's so amazing you've got the dexterity in your hands.
absolutely. And that is one thing that the neurologist also said to us, where Damien uses his hands, and not just his hands, when you're reading, the instructions, all of that is your mind sending messages to your hands. He said, so you're kind of training that part of the brain every single time, you do a Lego. My only problem is now all the Legos on the shelf are too easy for Damien. So his Legos are the $1,000 Legos, and Damien completes them in half a day.
Damien,
10 hours.
cool your jets, buddy.
I know.
Slow the peck down, mate.
Yeah.
That for a few days.
I can't fund your Lego hobby. You need to find another one.
It's a serious addiction, dude.
He does, because no. And plus, I'm running out of space for Lego.
I'm always off Lego.
You're always after Lego.
No, and when I was a kid.
Oh, when he was a kid. When he was a kid. Yeah.
Always.
It was the only thing that kept him still was Lego, because he had ADHD. So it was the only thing that kept him still.
Everybody listening has Lego, hard stuff. I know where it can go. Just get in touch with me.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Oh, he loves his Lego.
I had Victoria University on a few weeks ago, and they are doing a study on exercise because there's not been enough study about exercise and MND. And they truly believe it's a case of use it or lose it.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
they're actually doing a trial at the moment. And what you are saying, I mean, normally by this time, Damien, you wouldn't be able to use your hands. But because
No.
the fact is that you're using them so regularly and being so, and with something so intricate, it kind of backs up what they're saying is that,
Yeah, well, still got on my hand like coordination and I can still do all that.
It just means you're in a lot of pain. It just means he's in a lot of pain.
yeah.
But nothing stops him. Nothing stops him.
Pain's only temporary.
Oh, pain's only temporary, is it?
Yeah, I can't answer that question. It- yeah, but yes, it is only temporary, but there has to be a better solution to
Absolutely.
Yeah.
being in pain. So you shouldn't have to be being in pain all the time. It's got
No.
to be a better combination of drugs
Yes.
than what you're currently on. So the next two questions are going to come in together. So I'm going to ask them both and then you'll answer them. So how are you making changes within the MND world? Question one. What changes do you want to achieve and how can we help? So how
Okay.
are you making changes firstly?
How are we making changes? We're being a voice.
Mm.
We're being a voice.
Making noise.
We're making noise.
Good.
And like I said, and we're building our army. We're building our army because MND was rare. I'm sorry, it's not rare anymore.
Mm.
They need to take that word off. When I spoke to the neurologist yesterday, he said the MND, people like to say 1 in every 300 has now got MND. The other is every day 2 people die and 2 people are diagnosed. That's not rare. That's
No,
not.
it's actually now they've rejigged the figures. It's 1 in 200, and there's currently about 2,800 people in the country living with MND.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's not rare, and we're all bored shitless of that rare word. Okay,
Yeah, that's why I hate it. Take it off.
let's just get it out there.
Yeah.
And
It's also sorry, Damien, go.
it's getting younger
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
Again,
They're getting younger.
yes.
That this is the thing. This is the thing. And my neurologist said to me, 10 years ago or however long, if you did get diagnosed with MND, you were in your 60s, 70s, things like
Disease. Yeah.
now you're not. You're not. You've got 20-year-olds, you've got 30-year-olds, you've got this. This is
16-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds.
you know what? It can take anyone. It can take anyone. And
But there has to be a reason for it.
this is where this is the change we want to see. We want to see the Australian government throw money at it, throw money at the research.
It currently costs per annum the government, and if you take into account everything, so loss of productivity, i.e., you're not a productive person anymore in terms
That's exactly right.
Mm.
taking your productivity out because now you're caring for or taking all of that into account, plus the cost to go to medical services, blah, blah, blah. It's $5 billion per annum that it's costing the government.
Yep.
That money could be far better spent, directed, not spluttered around. I'm always going on about cost benefit analysis, but there needs to be a forensic look at where that money is being spent. And it's not being spent on research.
No.
It's being spent to tidy up a mess or to, oh God, shit, there's one more person with MND, would better throw $500,000 at them and fix their bathroom for them,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's that's it. We need to, like I said, you sit down. there's not even a medication to slow this down. There's not even a medication apart from, like I said, the Risazole, which, 3 months out of your whole life. Thanks, but, that's not going to make a dent. We want you to be able to go to your doctor and say, oh, you've been told you've got MND, but hey, here's a pill. This is going to slow it down, or this is going to, help you. This is going to, but there's not. There's not. And like I said, this is not a rare disease anymore. It's not a rare disease. It's the cruelest disease in the world. It's not rare. It's affecting anyone at any age. And it's costing, like you said, Australia a lot of money per person that gets diagnosed with this. So we need to get, Fight MND is the biggest money raiser to find a cure in Australia for MND. Now, around the world, you've got governments that throw massive amounts of money at MND in those countries. We want the government to do the same. We want the government to do the same. Our scientists in Australia are fantastic, and they have already, finding things that could be game changers, but they can't go any further because they need funding. And something so cruel and so big as this can't rely on fundraisers.
No.
You can't do this. You can't find a cure for MND or the research or anything to find out what is causing this, to try and slow it down, to try and prevent you, with only having your main source of funding in fundraisers. How can you do this? You know what I mean? You can't. It's impossible.
It's always been done. But just because something has always been done doesn't mean it's the right way.
Exactly.
Society, as an illness, as a community, it's evolving. It's evolved. We're evolving, and we need far more help. And
that's where we want to make a difference. We want to make some noise.
Okay. You're doing that. Tick.
Thank you.
So, because until the government pulls their finger out and starts to give us some money, what are you two, or what are you and your community doing, or you've launched this week, to try and assist the community to raise funds for
what have we done? Well, as we spoke about Bug, Damian's pride and joy, Damian's our MND mascot, we'll call it. We have created
have some stickers made up with his little face in the middle.
Absolutely. So we have created our own merchandise. So I am wearing the t-shirt.
Zoom in a little bit.
Wearing the logo. I will turn around.
That's better.
Yeah, and you can even see down the bottom, I won't swear, but it does say something MND.
No, say what you want.
I can say, okay, right, with a little asterisk so that we're not technically swearing, but it does say fuck MND.
Good.
Fight the beast.
And fight the beast, because that is exactly what it is. So I am very lucky because, as I said, my family is all in this together, because that is our motto. We are all in this together. She owns a printing shop, Reds. So she has designed caps, jumpers as well. Here's the jumpers. It has got Bug on it, doing a little burnout. And it has Damian's Journey and Fight with MND, Fight the Beast on there. My sister and ourselves do not take any profits from any of this money. All profits are given to Fight MND. Now, we have chose Fight MND because, like I said, they are the leading funding for finding a cure, and that's what we want. We want a cure. So yes, so on our website, on our Facebook page, there is a link to my sister's website where you can purchase these products. And yes, and this is how we are trying to do our part. We're trying to do our part. We don't want to sit back. do we? We want to make some noise, we want to make some money, and
Anything we can do to help.
exactly. And that's the other thing too, if anyone is diagnosed with MND or knows of people that have diagnosed or just, wants to be a part of a beautiful community, come and get on our page, which is Damian's Journey and Fight with MND on Facebook, because, you know, they've made such a difference. And that's where our army grows. That's where our army grows. The more followers we get, the more noise we make. And that's it.
I will put the links on the podcast blurb as well and on my Facebook pages so that people know where to go to.
Thank you very much.
Now, I think you've probably just answered this question, but what advice do you two have for people who are newly diagnosed?
Newly diagnosed. Okay.
It's not the end.
It's not the end. No, not the end. No, live your life as much as you can, and that is a choice. That is a choice. We're not given a choice to have MND, but
No one knows how long they have.
no one knows how long that.
No, I don't know. She doesn't know.
That's exactly right. Damien was told 18 months to 2 years, and here he is sitting here. What are we in? About 20 months into it?
You show them, Damian.
Yes, we are, aren't we? We are. You know what I mean? That's it. You're right, baby. We are. You know what I mean? And that's it. And this can be you too. This can be you too. You can sit there and we can all try and beat the odds, and we can all, like I said, our motto is we're all in this together. We are all in this together, whether you have MND or whether you don't have MND or whether you know someone with MND or whether who knows, whether you're going to have it or not, you know what I mean? And this is where we work together now. We work together now to make a difference so that the future people can get told that and go, it's going to be okay.
There have been a lot of studies that show that with MND or other life-ending illnesses, that when you have a sense of community, that when you have a sense of support, when you have a community, support, fun, laughter, that it actually has an impact on your longevity as well.
I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Yeah.
Your brain is very powerful.
The brain is very powerful, Damian says. It is.
It's very powerful.
It is very powerful. Yep. And we're going to keep fighting, aren't we, baby? We're going to keep fighting for us, but we're going to keep fighting for the future and for every single person out there. Because like I said, we're all going to be somehow touched by this, That's it. Whether you're touched just by hearing our story, whether you're going to be touched. You know what I mean? And so, the bigger the army, the more noise we make, the better chance we have. That's just how it's going to go. And we won't give up, will we?
So for those of you who live up the Hervey Bay way, keep an eye out for Bug.
Absolutely.
For Damien and his queen perched on the back there.
Absolutely, the queen. Yeah.
Give us a wave.
Give us a wave.
Yeah, give it a toot, actually. And didn't you buy a little bike as well?
Oh my God, yes. I have Barbie.
Yeah.
Her name's Barbie. She's pink.
Yeah, of course she is. Hello.
Yes, she's pink. But the thing is, though, is I've started riding Bug, and I really like Bug.
Yeah, you're gonna put your foot down on that one. Yeah.
But and I was scared of motorbikes. But
maybe a bug number 2.
Maybe a bug number 2.
Maybe 2.
Yep.
Now you, Jane, have to go in for surgery soon. When's that?
Well, I find out Thursday. Hopefully I will have a date, but they're thinking September.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just know that, what can I say this delicately? It's not uncommon in a situation like this that the other partner has to go and have surgery or they get cancer or blah, blah, blah. It's not uncommon. I think stress has a lot to do with uh, fucking up our bodies, actually.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Know that you are an advocate. You will be for yourself. You're surrounded by a lot of love, and your family and friends are going to be cooking for you. Your sons will be caring for you. Damien will be caring for you, and your community will be caring for you and loving you as well. So many of us have been through that bit that you're going through, and it's tough, but you're going to get through it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And also, did you get to sleep through the night for a few nights?
Oh, well, that's going to be a plus.
And also, they give you really good drugs. So, there's quite a few.
That's right. No, that's it. I need to stay fit and healthy so that, I've got to look after me too because, that's it,
Yeah, good.
People say I'm the glue that holds the family together, but, I think we all are.
Yeah.
We all are.
We're like Lego pieces. We all.
Absolutely. That's a very good thing to say.
I mean, did you like that? Like a world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he might steal that one.
Okay, you can use it.
Oh,
I'm so grateful for for the time that you've given today. Thank you.
no, we thank you.
I love watching you. I love laughing with you, crying with you, and you're just making it very real. And often, when I do talks now, I ask people how many people in the room have heard of MND, and everyone puts their hand up. But when I say to them, who knows what MND is, most of the hands stay down
Yeah.
because people don't know. But what you two are doing are educating people on what MND actually is and how it impacts the person and the family. And that's extremely important. Thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure, my love. Now have a really good weekend.
I will.
Oh, it's Friday. You'll be riding soon.
Yes, he is, as long as the rain doesn't get us. Oh, but you're all right. You went and brought yourself a heated jumper.
Oh my God, you've turned
Oh.
soft, mate.
I know. The wife, the queen sits at the back and freezes. That's not right.
Yeah, I'm not pressed. Okay.
You're lucky you shield me. You
Yeah.
shield.
Big fun. Thank you so much, you two.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone. Thank you.